1? Ha! We'll see. Welcome, Silent Buddy. You got it, Pokemon Yellow done fast, maybe. Can't do it without the caveat. Hey, you know, if it's the one last run tonight, yeah. Somewhere right around 206, and I hang up my gloves for at least a weekend. Now, the one thing... Yeah, that's exactly what it is. There's one minor thing in that is, I'm trying to beat the game without using any glitches in the game. There's a couple things that kind of get looked over, that are exploits but not glitches. So I'm utilizing 2 exploits but no glitches. And those exploits are, you are able to beat the Marowak in Lavender Tower if you have a Pokédoll. You can actually run away from it and it counts as beating it instead of having to obtain the Sylph Scope. And then the other one is digging out of buildings is an exploit. It is and it isn't, I mean. So aside from those 2 things, I'm beating every gym, beating the Elite Four, taking care of all that. There's a couple sequence breaks that happen. I do some stuff out of order of the way you would do it if you were just naturally playing through the game. So... I mean, like, so I go and do Sylph Tower, but I don't do the, Saffron Gym right after, which I think is more of the natural route that you would take is, you know, you clear the way and then you beat the gym. Same thing for, what is the other place? Is there somebody in front of Misty's gym as well? I feel like there is. I won't be obtaining the Flash HM. I choose to go through the rock tunnel in darkness because I've memorized it. But yeah, the idea is to beat it as fast as possible. There is a glitched run that actually beats the game with 0 minutes on the clock. But since you can only beat that in your personal timer and not in actual time, it's not the route I'm going to be going. Basically, it uses some manipulation of putting Pokemon in the system that does a curtain call that calls the credits. This route that I'm taking involves catching a level 6 Nidoran, and then using that as my only Pokemon that does any fights for the rest of the way. See, as a kid, I always got Flash and used it. Like, the idea of going in there without it was like, why would I do that? I even had the strategy guide and I wasn't like, oh, I can figure this out. But I had a much different motivation back then. Back then I wanted to catch them all, now I just want to get through the game. In this version. That's fair. Flash is a terrible move. Sabrina would tell you that after I kill her because all she uses her Abra for is Flash. Psybeam, super effective, and Flash doesn't do anything. What do we have? I think I went one too many, so this... yeah, of course. So I'm using a chart here that has RNG, or it has values for rocking the Pokemon you want in certain time frames. Did we get him? Yo, we got him. And based on that, it should make us moving in the windows where Nidoran male level 6 is most likely to appear. Got him. Not a bad time loss. Boom. I say loss. Alright, there's a chance that it could have 21, 22, or 23 HP. 25% chance that it has 21. 50% chance that it has 22. And another 25% that it has 23. We got the mid-tier. So now we get into the fun part where we evaluate our Nidoran. We try to determine whether its speed, attack, and special values are high enough to complete a run. If certain values, namely the attack and speed, are too low, then there are fights where I basically don't have a chance. $15, $11, $14, $12, oh my goodness. Guys. Normally, I play pretty loose. Well, 15. So I have a DV calculator. DV's determinate values. And by inputting what I am at the times when I level up, it can give me what those values are going to be for my Pokemon. That's this little bar underneath me. 15 is the highest number that you can have in a DV slot. So I have the highest attack possible, as well as the second highest speed possible, and potentially the highest special, we'll see. Worst case scenario, 10 is way higher than you expect. You'll actually still do a run if you have between 4 and 8. So having 10 as the low number is like God tier. Alright, so a critical hit from him does 4 damage. I am good to go. There's another exploit that I forgot about, called jingle skipping. And if you are in a situation where you are under 20% health, you hear that wonderful alarm that goes off to let you know that you're about to die. While you're in that state, if you receive any level ups, it actually skips the jingle that plays. That jingle freezes you for 3 seconds, so it saves 3 seconds per level. It also saves time because if you learned a move, it plays the jingle again, and that jingle the second time is still going to take 3 seconds. Normally for this Caterpie, I do a Leer and 2 Horn attacks, and don't have enough damage to kill it. What I've been doing recently is 2 Leers and 2 Horn attacks, and that knocks it out every time. I'm going to see with the 15 attack DV if I can potentially knock him out. No. I think I might still, even with the top attack DV, be better off using 2 Leers, which is interesting. I would love a Pidgey here, please. Pidgey? Please? It's at this point in the run where I am obligated to tell you, anytime I have to catch a Spearow, it winds up being a reset. I honestly wish I knew why. For some reason, grabbing a Spearow just messes everything up. And I perform way worse. Right. The worst of misfortunes, all brought on by Spearow. I could crit and kill him, but I didn't. Bummer. Please no crit. I don't think that's low enough. It is. Great. So crit chance, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be, is determined by your speed versus the speed of what you're fighting. And then there's some permeation. Let me verify that, though. Good news, I will be able to clear this Geodude in at most 2 attacks. And a crit assures that. Screech is good. Find missing is good. Find hitting is awful. Cool. Bide is perfect. Great, we got him. We can save time here. Sorry about the internet dying there. Glad to be back. He wound up using Bide, which means 2 free attack turns, which means a dead Onyx. Save 9.2 seconds. That doesn't figure in the time I'm going to lose in not having caught a Pidgey yet, whereas down here I caught a Pidgey. I appreciate it. So, your chance of landing a crit in this... I've been streaming Pokemon Yellow for the past month, and my attempts thereof. Previous to this, I kinda just did some RPGs. I played through, Dragon Warrior... the Dragon Warrior? Dragon Quest Warriors? Is that what it was? I think it was Dragon Quest Warriors. So the Dynasty Warriors Dragon Quest game, played through that. I also played through the Crimson Gem Saga, which was a PSP RPG, kinda lesser known, but pretty good quality. Dragon Quest Heroes, you got it. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. I didn't 100% the game, but I did enjoy it thoroughly. What else have I played through? Tales of Hearts R I played through. Please no crit. Yes. Dragon Quest Heroes was really good. Great, I'm in the clear to gain time on this split. So anyway, crit is based on, it is your speed divided by 512. That is the percent chance you have to crit. There are obviously moves with higher crit chances. But I don't obtain any of those. Oh, string shot's bad. I still outspeed the Metapod though. And that actually increases my damage, so I don't think that's bad necessarily, actually. Yeah, I'm good. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, slash, instead of being divided by 512, is divided by 64, so it is really high crit rate. Wow, if you have 64 speed. So these next two splits are my least favorite splits, because my Mount Moon traversing was really good in my personal best, and it tends to be really bad everywhere else. Spearow. Spearow, please. Please? Got him. But looky there, I just lost 50 seconds. What I would really, really like to do is get a personal best with really bad splits in Mount Moon. That way, in the future, I can only judge them based off the bad splits, and I don't have these great splits in there to make me feel so bad. We deposit Pikachu here because he has cutscenes, and they take time. We want to conserve time. So I've heard they don't actually take in-game time, so there's the potential that keeping him with me could actually be faster as far as the in-game time is concerned. Since we actually use the in-game clock for the run, then there's the potential that it would be better to go off that. So my best run there had 7 encounters in Mount Moon. We're already at 2. Now, I am hoping for one encounter, and that would be a level 10 or higher Geodude. I need 120 experience in order to get a certain level early, and maximize rare candy usage. However, I've only had 5 Zubats. I wonder if Zubat can learn Fly. I think that's 8 Zubats so far, and nothing else. Now is not the time for that. Oh, that's a bummer. They're so plentiful, it would mean I wouldn't have to waste a minute of time. I don't think he gets another encounter all the way to the nerd. I still haven't had my Geodude. So getting a Geodude early means we learn Thrash one fight early. And Thrash speeds up the run. Unfortunately, Zubats are only worth like 60 experience. So I'd have to kill 2 level 12 Zubats in order to get the same experience that one level 10 Geodude gives. The alternative is a level 12 or level 13 Clefairy. They also give 120 experience. My damage should be good enough unless I swing low, and I didn't. So instead of 122, I get 135. Little boost, but kind of irrelevant. A crit here would be great, but it's not. May be able to two-shot him. Come on. Magic Pixel. So as long as I get out of here, I still lost time, man. I'm not that far behind. I get out at 30-36 in that run. Think and rap. Show me a crit. I mean, I guess I have less than a 10% chance to crit, so I probably shouldn't be expecting as many crits as I like. Minute and 20 seconds behind. Rough. So now there's a whole bunch of chances that we can get sand attacked. That sucks. Show me a crit, please. I need to save some time. Less than 10%, come on. Growl's also awful. Great. So when we should be able to kill people in one hit, now, like Eevee is going to take 2 hits. But crits will save that. I'm definitely getting sand attacked unless I crit him. Seriously? That's fine. Alright. So now we can hope that on Eevee we get a crit. That's what we gotta hope for. I absolutely can use other Pokemon. There's nothing restricting me to only using Nidoking. But, the focus is getting every bit of experience on Nidoking so that he, is at the exact levels we want him at. And the way this route goes, he pretty much levels up perfectly based on the guys that you have to fight. So, like, if Nidoking faints or something like that, I can definitely revive it. In fact, I had to do that on my PB. Please don't crit. I had to do that on my PB run in the Elite Four, which is why I lost about 3 minutes. I actually had to do it twice. But it just uses a lot of time. How many more quick attacks are there out there? 3? One less. Good. And I should one-shot both Ekans and Zubat. Really? So now we just thrash everything except for an Onyx and Gary in the next, like, 7 fights. Thrash comes at the perfect time for us, and our damage is high, so we crush everything we face. Or our attack is high. So it's a physical attack move, we get bonuses. I don't think I did anything to save time from the time I lost last split, so... I was 1 minute and 30 seconds behind there. 1 minute and 20 seconds is what it was. Might save a second. Or lose a second. Or be exactly the same. Exactly the same is fine. Alright, so we now have a 10% critical chance. And we get a 1 in 10 on the Onyx. Come on, man. Oh. Screech? Screech is great. Good to go. The good news is I should have a high enough attack to one-shot the Oddish in Rock Tunnel, which is a potential run-ender. If he paralyzes me. So I would say if I can get a personal best off of these splits, that would be ideal. I can then feel super confident going forward on runs, knowing that I have a huge amount of time potential to save in Mount Moon. Or as somebody coined it today, Mount Doom. Over these last 300 runs, I've only saved time in Mount Moon once. Misty's Starmie is one of the worst things that we have to fight. It has a very high speed value, and its Bubble Beam can one-shot us with a crit. The good news is our special's pretty high. The bad news is it's still Starmie and he can kill us. Our speed, though, is higher, so as long as Misty doesn't get an X defense out first turn with it, we should be able to kill it. And if we can get a crit first attack, we should be able to kill it without dying. I'm okay getting my 10% crit there, though. I think I just saw that my speed is 57. So 57 out of 512. It's my chance to crit. A little bit higher than 10%, is that 11%? Alright, use X defend turn 2. Water gun is perfect. Or kill it. Sweet. We save so much time. Oh my goodness. Wow. Gold split. Not a gold split. I've saved even more time than that previously? Wow. Alright, I don't need to use a potion, so I will go ahead and use Bubble Beam now. The next scary thing is trash cans. You think Starmie is terrifying? And he is because he ends runs. But I would hands down say that trash cans are more terrifying than Starmie. Starmie's ended a run before, but I've also only lost like a minute by losing to Starmie. I've lost 3 minutes on trash cans. Multiple times. There's a chance when you enter there that you can jingle skip through that full restore, saves 3 seconds. I obviously didn't get it, but there's a chance. Alright. In my PB there, I had an interaction with an Abra, so that saves time. Not 55 seconds, but we're getting somewhere. If I can avoid any quick attacks. Oh, come on. No sooner had the words left my mouth. Mm-hmm. Now let's put the Raticate out of his misery, too. Mm-mm. I will use a super potion after the SS hand. In rare case that I take damage. expect to see. Gotta kill Rattata. Put him in the ground. That's a good feeling. I'm gonna do things differently than I normally do them. Normally I teach dig first and then cut. This time I'm going to do cut first, then cut first, then dig to save time. How are you going to bonk into an open section? That doesn't even make sense. Love to cuddle with my Rapidash. Hug it when sleeping. Should have used a super potion before I did that. Alright. Please. Come on. Wow. Use your X speed. Yeah. Crit him. So, somewhere around 50 seconds lost on trash cans. I think I was in time to save, but end up losing it anyway. Now we hope that Thrash hits 4 times instead of the 3 that it usually does. The good news is on every split going forward, I have a lot of time I can save. Alright. Thrash only hit 3 times, and I could have just died. Alright, at this point, what do I think is the place where we're most likely to die? We should be fine. I think we should be fine even through Giovanni. Which makes me feel like Lorelei is the first place that we really would have a potential scare. But I think our special is good enough where that might not even be a bad place. lost a second there. One shot the Oddish. Nice, and a crit. This trainer's funny, the way he battles. I fought him while I was paralyzed before. Which basically means I lose every speed battle. And his way of making me feel the wrath of that was using self-destruct on all 3 of his Pokemon. I have not played a Nuzlocke run before. A buddy of mine was telling me about it though, and it seems kind of interesting. That might be something, I have gold and silver. I might try something like that with gold and silver. What'd you lose? Everybody's Nuzlocking. I'm missing out. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, the rules are, you can only catch the first Pokemon that you see in an area, and if any of your Pokemon faint, they are dead. Is there any other restriction that I might be missing? Okay. Yeah, that might be a good way to reward a personal best for this, is do something like that. More of a slow let's play than the speed ran. Yeah, I can't say that I would do it randomized. I have the carts, so randomizing is... eh. Why randomize when I've got the carts? What am I doing? I only want one of these, thanks. Oh yeah, it would definitely be a streamed playthrough. Yeah, I mean, I think as, again, like I said, as a reward for getting a new PB, that seems like the sort of thing that would make sense to do. Again, not randomized per se, but at least a Nuzlocke run. Yeah, I'm for that. And thank you for the follow, Silent Buddy. I sincerely appreciate every follow that I get, but I can't thank you enough. Thank you. What's going on, Gabriel? That's not what I wanted. I have not played Kaizo, but I do have a ROM card. And thank you for the follow, Gabriel. Yeah, Kerner, it actually is. Look at that. Minute saved, I'll take it. So, yeah, with the splits I have now, there's some, like, trappy splits, where it definitely looks like I'm much further behind than I am. I could end up being ahead after Koga right now. There's only about 9 seconds to save on this split, and I wind up losing 3 of those seconds because I pick up an extra elixir. And I definitely dig the name Gabriel the Boss Player. Yep, forgetting to remember the elixir. Got it. Gary's a pushover. Up until the end, up until everything he has wrecks me. Oh yeah. Nido King is absolutely all you need. Don't forget the elixir. I got it. The next thing we have to remember not to forget is, the Warden's Teeth. Things I have forgotten in runs. That elixir and the Warden's Teeth. Every time. Rock Slide's a really interesting move in this game. We only use it for Lavender Tower. Because the next step is getting to Silphco and getting rid of it. In a little bit, yeah. See, look at me closing in on myself. That dummy's just finishing with the rocket. Money, y'all. Getting rich. Sabrina is in T-minus 25 minutes. Mouse. Mouse on screen. Mouse. Aww. Rest in peace, Porygon Z. How randomized are your guys' runs? Are you randomizing move lists as well, or just the Pokemon? Yeah, that's actually not a stupid question at all. I am playing this through the Game Boy player on GameCube. And then I have my Pokemon Yellow cart plugged in. My controller is actually a Game Boy SP, which is connected by a certain adapter. That right there is one of the scariest moments in the game to me, because I have Horn Drill trained on the first slot, and I have a penchant for accidentally erasing Horn Drill. I mean, that would never happen in a run, except for the, like, 4 or 5 runs that it's happened in. One run, I actually went back over to Celadon and repot a Horn Drill. But now I try to be super cautious when I go through move learning. I've also... Oh man. I've taught Thunderbolt over Thrash before. It's bad. Move learning is something that causes me so much, like, tension. There's not much that, like, I get nervous about in this because I just figure, it's gonna happen one way or another. I'm not really at fault either way. But move learning, it's like, that's all me. I'm completely responsible for my failures there. I didn't mean to use that. Crap. Please don't die. This could end for a completely different reason. Use Thunderbolt or something. Great. So I lost a little bit of time there. Could have lost more if I died. Could have ended the run. I don't think the earthquake misuse will hurt me. And I'm okay with using a super potion. I need to use another one though. So we're talking maybe a loss of 15 seconds there. But I feel like I'm doing well otherwise, so it might be a wash. I was tempted there to use a full restore, but that would have caused all sorts of other issues with picking up items. So we'll just deal with the 2 super potions. I think I have just enough. Wow. Version outspeeds me. Uses his weakest move. Fantastic. It's time to wake up Relaxo. I used an X attack, and Earthquake is super effective against it, so... X attack increases your stats tremendously. A little bit of black magic. We did sacrifice a woman earlier to the Pidgey gods. That's only kind of a joke. It's not picking up the gold teeth that I have issues with. It's actually returning them. Oh, come back. Come on, run. Pidgey gods were mad at the mention of themselves. So used to having cut and dig switched there. Come on. Figure it out, boy. Not hard. Just burning the world down right now. Dropping all sorts of frames. Internet, please. Good news is I'm locally recording. I am much too used to my internet crashing. Oh crap. I've never missed with an ice beam before, but there's a first time for everything. Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm glad it missed there and not on, say, like, Dragonair. Oh, that'd be bad. But I should have gained some time and instead lost time. There were 16 seconds I could have gained. I didn't lose that all with an Ice Beam, though. Where else did I lose that? Using the 2 super potions? Yeah, that hurt. An extra round with Sand Slash, that's what it was. No, you were supposed to use the critical hit next. Nido King, why? He knows, Memo. Willfully disobeying. I hate you. No more sleep powder. Perfect. Man, I was scared I would have to use a full restore there. Ooh. So I'll say 15 seconds. Or 11, I guess. Don't forget to return the teeth. No. Well, cross your fingers, boys. We got high attack here. Let's hope it's high enough. Come on. Come on. Please, please, please. Yes, and it crit! The chase is on. Yep. Level 46 Raticate. The only thing that can spawn in here. Based on the answers to Blaine's tests, you can tell that as a professor, Blaine is a pessimist. Alright, no confuse ray. Anything but confuse ray. Perfect. I'm ahead. I'm ahead. I'm ahead. Guys. Gold split. Green life. Whoops. But, please? I beg? So there I was meant to use Ice Beam on Machop because I have to conserve all of my Earthquakes. Because I didn't, Ice Beam has a chance that it doesn't kill Machoke there, but it crit, so we're in there. I'm going to heal full. No Earthquake. Use Dig. Use anything. Just not Earthquake. Please. Oh my gosh. Alright. Alright. We've still got killers to go against. We're not gonna lose any more health during this fight. We could still lose health against Gary. Depending on how much health we lose against Gary determines whether or not we can skip the Victory Road, Poké Center. Hopefully we can. Can we get another gold split? Am I being greedy? A little bit? Yeah, too greedy. 2 seconds too greedy. Oh, so yeah, that split I actually hit really late. I'm still doing really well, I'm still ahead, but that split was really late. The only one that can really do anything to me here is this guy. Swift is okay. That was 10 seconds faster than the only other time I've used this set of splits. Gotten this far, that is. Don't need the max ether. Doing real well so far. I'm ahead of my personal best right now, with the potential to save about 3 minutes in these next several splits. So, we're in there. Move faster, Boulder. So like I said in my PB, I died several times. Twice, actually. This time, I don't have any time for caution. It's everything or nothing. So, we need a rest right here. Not a crit. Okay. Compile ourselves in the game. We've just gotten past gatekeeper number 1. Silent, do you know how horn drill works in Gen 1? Where if you use an X accuracy, unless the Pokemon you're against has higher speed than you, you will always hit with it. Normally it only has a... That's a gold split. Normally it only has a 30% chance to hit, but with an X accuracy it goes over 100% chance. Grab you away. So the times you see me use an X accuracy and a X speed is because I'm slower than a Pokemon that I'm fighting. The times you just see me use an X accuracy, I'm faster than everything I'm fighting. You know what else is super effective? One-shot KOs. Agatha isn't really a challenge to us at all, but she does have the potential to slow the run down a little bit. Her Gengar's really nasty. It can lick me and paralyze me. It can use Substitute, which guarantees an extra attack. Or it can Confuse Ray. I take any damage? Please not Substitute. Mega Drain, perfect. That's exactly what we want him to use. Oh my gosh. Haha! We're good. Agatha's done. Check her out. She is done. Frozen Solid? What? Oh my gosh, that never happens. Looks like just a little bit slower than my personal best time on this, but I'm not going to complain at all. Alright. If Hydro Pump misses, this is easy. If it hits and doesn't crit, we're good. If it crits, we die. See what happens. Miss, miss, miss. Don't crit. Please don't crit. Please? Thunderbolt, not Ice Beam. We gotta kill him. We gotta kill him. Get out. You're out. Flame is fine. Plan is fine. We've got this. As long as I use the right moves. Alright, now the only things left. The only things left are Earthquake cannot crit us. If it crits us, we die. Period. Then I have to make a very wise decision on Alakazam. Final fight, boys. If we can beat it in the next minute and a half, we will actually move up several places on the leaderboard. Please, use anything but Earthquake. Or miss, or don't crit. Anything. Please don't crit. Now I think I have him beat in speed. Yes! Oh my gosh. Seed me. Seed me, Executor. Keep it coming. Guys, I don't know if you realize this, but we just got a new PB. Now how fast can we make it? If it's 206, we move up a whole bunch of places. If it's 207, we kinda stay exactly where we are. Come on, mash faster. Buzzer beater, you are in right at the buzzer. Come on. Come on. Let me hit this split. Let me hit this split. It's so good. Oh. Oh, man. Look, I'm still fighting down there. Thank you, Buzzer. Thanks for tuning in right at the perfect time. Oh, man. Oh. I've got to figure something out to do as a celebration. Man. It's an hour and 54 minutes. So the big area, like, look, I was 2 minutes behind at Surge. So you've got to factor in just by my time here. That's 4.5 minutes I could have been ahead. I was also a minute ahead here. So that's another 5 minutes that I could have been ahead. Yep. Let me see one thing. And I'll share what I'm looking at. So I am now going to become tied in 38th place. Which, I mean... that's an improvement. No, but I mean, I've got 5 minutes that I can shave off this. If I can get through Mount Moon without being completely blown up, and these splits now are so bad in Mount Moon, I was 40th before, so it actually represents, I'm on the list right there now. 2 from the bottom. I'll still be 2 from the bottom, but my number will change.